Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Haley. For those of you that are new, welcome. Today we are going to be doing my weekly roundup, which is pretty much me reviewing products that I recently incorporated into my beauty routine. So pretty much new products that I've been testing out for the week. As always, I will leave a link for my original weekly roundup video. In that video, I go into detail about how I incorporate new products into my routine and kind of the rotation of it all, and when I include new products and all the good details that I will spare you today. But anyways, if you're excited to see which new goodies I've been testing out this week and my thoughts on those goodies, then definitely stay tuned. Alright, so every week I do have a little journal and I have my box with all my goodies. A couple additional products from last week's video. I know last week's video was a little bit short, but this week's video is going to be a little bit longer. We did incorporate some newer products, so I'm just going to go in the order of how I apply these products on my face, and we're just going to kind of go with it. So first, I did test out a new foundation. Super excited. I always love trying out new foundations. I'm wearing everything on my face right now too that I'm going to be talking about, so you guys can kind of, I guess, see or whatever. But this is the foundation that I tested out this week. This is by Becca. This is the Ever Matte Shine Proof Foundation. I picked this one up from Marshall's. I was super excited when I found it at Marshall's and that it was in my shade and it was untouched. Like, super exciting. Whenever something is in your shade and it's not touched, it's like a sign from like the shopping gods that, you know, the product is meant for you. No, but anyways, I was super excited to try this out. I really love, like, every Becca product I've tried, I've really been obsessed with. So when I saw this, I was super excited, and the fact that it was like under $10 when originally it retails for $42, that was something else that was like, okay, let's try this. So I was kind of nervous to try this out because it is a matte foundation, and typically, like, my skin doesn't do the best with matte foundations. I find that matte foundations are a little bit drying on my skin. I have like combination skin, so sometimes my skin is drier than other times. Usually like hormonally, so like around that time of the month my skin will be a little bit oilier, but for the most part my skin is pretty dry, so I was nervous about trying this out, but actually it worked out really nice. And to be honest, I feel like it's not like super like as mattifying as I thought it was going to be honest. Like, I really don't think it was as mattifying. It's a perfect color for my skin. So I have the color porcelain, which typically does work out for my skin. I actually really do like it. I've been wearing this since 7:30 this morning, and it is about a little bit after 2 right now. So I feel like it has worn pretty well throughout the day. Can't really complain too much about it. So I actually do like this. The only thing is, I mean, it doesn't have any sunscreen in it, so unfortunately, like, don't get that sunscreen protection, but you know. So you can get this currently at Sephora for full price for $42. I probably, like, this is not my favorite foundation ever, so I probably would not pay $42 for this product, but if I were to find it at Marshall's again, I would definitely think about it because it is a good foundation. It does work. It's a good color. Just not anything that I would go crazy spending $42 for, pretty much. But that's just because I am cheap when it comes to makeup. Like, I don't really like to spend more than $15 on a foundation, if I'm being honest with you, just because there are so many drugstore foundations out there that are amazing. So when it comes to like a higher end foundation, it has to be absolutely amazing for me to want to spend more than $15 on it. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that one. Next would be bronzer. So the bronzer that I've been trying out, and this is kind of a weird product, like, you guys are probably gonna think I'm weird, but actually no, I lied. Backtrack. backtrack. We tried out a new face powder this week. So this is the face powder that I've been trying out. This is by Pure. This is the 4-in-1 Pressed Mineral Makeup, and it has SPF 15, which I was super excited about because the foundation does not have SPF. So it was kind of nice to have it in my powder. This I got from Marshalls again. It came in a kit, so it came with a primer, a bronzer, and this face powder. This is in the color Porcelain, and you can currently get this. This is a travel size, so this is not full size, but you can get the full size from Ulta for $29. A little bit pricey, but you know. So I was super excited. I was kind of nervous because from the packaging it does look a little bit yellow, so I was kind of nervous to put it on my face, but I feel like it actually does a pretty good job. I would say that it's not super mattifying or anything like that. Like I put it underneath my eyes and I can definitely feel my concealer still kind of underneath my eyes, so I feel like it's not super mattifying, but it is a good powder. It just kind of brings everything together, but I can definitely like still feel my liquid products underneath. So but if you have oily skin, I feel like this would not be the best for you because I feel like your oily skin would just kind of come through. It like doesn't do a good job of like containing the oil or anything, but I do like it, and I do like that it has SPF in it. I probably would not go crazy and spend $29 on this product, but maybe if it went on sale I would think about it. So okay, bronzer. Back to bronzer. So as I said, this is kind of like an unconventional bronzer, so to speak, kind of a weird product. This is by BYS, which this is the first BYS product that I'd ever owned. I hadn't really heard of BYS before this. I know they're like a really affordable drugstore brand. Never really heard of them before this. I actually picked this up from Ross, and I don't really know why I got it. I think I was just like in a mood of buying makeup at the time, which is like probably every time, but still I was just like in a mood, and I saw this, and it's actually has like dog hair on it, of course. It's actually a highlighting palette. So it's a highlighting palette from BYS, and it comes with a bunch of different highlighters in here. Now, for me, I'm very fair skinned, so I could probably get away with using definitely the first 3 highlighters in here, but the 4th one possibly. But when it comes to the 5th one in here, that is definitely not a highlighting shade for me at all. So I actually decided that I would try it out as a bronzer, which is a little bit iffy because using highlighter as a bronzer can be a little bit tricky because you don't want it to be like a whole luminous mess going on with your cheek. However, I did test out this product, and to my surprise, it blended out beautiful. Like it blended out really, really nice. And it wasn't super luminous. Like it just was like a really good bronzer. It actually worked out really well. So I was super excited about that, and I'll kind of do like a little swatch. So this is what it swatches. So obviously like very luminous, but then you put it on your skin and it just kind of diffuses out, and it's like a nice bronzing shade. So I actually really, really do like it, and I feel like from now on that's going to be a bronzing shade for me. So I'm super excited. It actually blends out really, really well. I wasn't sure because it is a more like affordable brand, so sometimes they don't blend out that well, but it actually was not that bad. You can get this on Amazon for about $10. I think that that's pretty good, you know, being that you are getting, you know, highlighters in here, so you're getting some like highlighter shades. I swatched highlighter there. It's a really pretty highlighter, and the fact that you're getting like all those colors, I feel like $10 is not too bad. So definitely I want to look into getting more from this brand for sure because it is very affordable, but you can definitely use this shade as a bronzing shade for sure. Alright, so next is blush, and I already talked to you guys about this palette last week, but it's the Pure 4-in-1 Blush Book, and this week I've been using the color Determined, and I told you guys I was kind of nervous about using this color because it is a shimmer blush, and I don't really have good luck with shimmer blushes, but I think I am slowly kind of making them work. I did blend it more kind of like in this area, so that it would just almost pretty much blend in with my highlighter. I tried not to focus too much on like the balls of my cheeks, so that it wouldn't be like super luminous in that area. So Although I'm not crazy about it, I do think it is a pretty color. I definitely love the Passionate color the most so far, but I really do think that this is a really nice palette for blush. If you love blush, I think this is a really good palette. You're getting a lot of blush in here. I did find this on, I don't think they make this anymore, unfortunately, but I did find it from Nordstrom Rack. I found it for $16 on Nordstrom Rack. So definitely, if you're into blush, I would strongly recommend looking into picking this up, because I do think it is very affordable and you're getting so many blushes in here. And it's very pigmented, like very pigmented, so a little bit goes a long way. So this would last you a long time, so I do like that. Next would be highlighter. So this is the highlighter that I've been trying out. This is the Tarte Amazonian Clay highlighter in the color Exposed. And this is what it looks like. I got this in a Tarte kit. It was like you pick out, you get like 6 items for $60 or something like that, but that's what it looks like. First off, it smells amazing. Not that that really matters, but it does smell absolutely amazing. You can get this from Sephora for $29. I would recommend waiting until this product goes on sale. I know Tarte has like a bunch of sales they do like all the time. They have multiple sales during the year, so definitely recommend looking into it when it goes on sale. But I think this is a beautiful highlighter. Like, as you can see, very, very beautiful. Has a really good formula. It just adds like the perfect kind of like just little subtle blind to your face, and it just blends out really, really nice. And it doesn't leave like a cast or anything on there either, so I do enjoy that. But I do really enjoy this highlighter. It's a really nice highlighter. And it's not too powdery either, so that's what it looks like right there. So very pretty color. I feel like this color is pretty flattering on a lot of skin tones, so I would definitely recommend checking this out, especially when they have one of their sales. Okay, moving on. The next thing would be eyeshadow. So this is the eyeshadow palette. I've used this eyeshadow palette completely over the last like week or so, like 2 weeks, but I just finished it today. This is my last time using the palette. This is the Model's Own Color Chrome palette, and I picked this up from TJ Maxx. Now, this palette, so at the time I had recently picked up the, I think it was like the Barely There Model's Own palette from TJ Maxx. I recently picked it up and I really loved it. I fell in love with it. So when I went back to TJ Maxx and I saw this palette, I didn't even think twice about it. Like, it was completely sealed, so like I didn't feel the need to open it or anything like that. So I bought it, took it home, and when I got home, I opened it up and I realized that it was an all cream eyeshadow palette. And if I had known that, I probably wouldn't have purchased it, but because I didn't really look into it or anything, I unfortunately got home and found out it was a cream powder or cream eyeshadow palette, and I didn't return it because I was like, oh, you know, well, I've never really had a cream eyeshadow palette before, so let me try it out and see. And now, thinking back, I probably should have returned it. I obviously can't now, but at the time I probably should have looked into returning it, because it is just doesn't work. It just really doesn't work. Now, I've used liquid eyeshadows before, and I've had good experience with liquid eyeshadows, but when it comes to this one, it's like the formula of this reminds me of like those palettes that have like lip colors in there, and they're just kind of like little like glossy, like creamy, kind of weird consistency. Like, that's what this kind of feels like. And you put it on your eye and it is pretty. Like, when you first put it on your eye, it looks beautiful, but then within an hour or so of wearing the product, it all just ends up here, like in your crease. Like, it does not stay on your lid at all. It just goes all the way up here to your crease, as you can see. And I find that like with the lighter colors in here, I feel like they worked a little bit better, but when it came to like the colorful colors in here, like the blues and the greens, those just did not work. Like, within maybe even like 40 minutes, like they would just all of a sudden just end up here on the top of the crease, and it wouldn't look good. So unfortunately, this palette did not work out, so I probably would not. Actually, I know I would not. I know for a fact I wouldn't repurchase this product just because of that. I'm not going to get rid of it quite yet. I think I might, once I test out my eyeshadow palettes like a couple times, I might go through and do like a declutter of my eyeshadow palettes or like a collection video, and I'm probably going to declutter this at some point, but I do want to give it like another go and just kind of see if I can maybe make it work, or I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to try and figure out and try to use it. But like today I used this color right here. It's called the color Slicked, and I used that. I did a bronzer in my crease, and then I put this one on the lid, and as you can see, it's all up there now. So does not work out. So that's unfortunate, but I do like the packaging. Packaging's cool, but the products, nope. Oh, and I did find this palette on Poshmark for $10 if you're interested, but I wouldn't recommend it. I truly wouldn't recommend it. And Models Own, they don't even make products anymore. I did want to come on here to just share it with you guys, in case you ever came across this at TJ Maxx or Marshalls, and now you know, but yeah, wouldn't recommend it. The next product, however, this is by Sleek. This is the Major Matte Ultra Smooth Matte Lip Cream, and this is in the color Red, obviously, but the shade name is Red, and you can actually find this at Target for $6.99. I don't think this is a full size. I think this might be a mini size, but Target, you can get it for $6.99, which is awesome whenever you can find anything on Target, and also that is pretty affordable, so definitely something to look into. This is one of my favorite matte formulas, and the reason so is because I don't even feel like there's anything on my lip right now. Like, I don't feel like I have any product on my lip right now, but obviously I do. It's so thin, like it's a great formula. It's not super drying, like it's just, I don't even feel it. Also, it doesn't transfer, like I mean, eventually, like after eating, like I ate my lunch and a little bit of it came off, but for the most part, compared to some other like matte liquid lipsticks, it's not really transfer. Like it doesn't transfer onto my finger or anything like that. So I really, really do like this. I actually would love to get more colors in this because it's like I'm not a huge matte liquid lipstick. I do like matte liquid lipstick, but I'm not a huge fan of wearing it all the time because I find that it can dry out my lips. However, with this one, I don't feel that it's drying out my lips. It doesn't feel like it's there. It's really nice. It's really nice. So I would love to get more colors, like more of a natural color, but I do like wearing the red from time to time, but I actually do like it. I do like it. I didn't think I was going to like it, but I actually really do. So yeah. But that is everything. If you have any questions, please let me know below. I will leave links for everything that I can find below. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and definitely make sure to hit that subscribe button before you leave. I think this week we did have a couple surprises, definitely some hits. We did have some misses, obviously, with the eyeshadow palette, but I think that was pretty much the only real miss that we had. So definitely love trying out new makeup and discovering new things. And also I'm very innovative, so you'll see me a lot of times use like highlighters as bronzers. Like I try to utilize all of my makeup. So even though this is meant to be a highlighter, but it's clearly not a shade, so I try to use it as a bronzer. So you'll kind of see that. But anyways, like I mentioned before, make sure to hit the subscribe button before you leave, and I hope everyone has a beautiful day.